Spooky.
Spooky, spooky. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, welcome to the Halloween edition of OpenLab.
Yep.
If you have questions or comments, put those into the comments section on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching us from, and we'll get to those. And afterwards, it'll be recorded so you can see it on the YouTube page as well as our Facebook page. But yeah, so Halloween, I see you're dressed up. I'm dressed up as a sad Cowboys fan. Um, and you're dressed up as
Eddie Munson.
Eddie Munson. So we're going to
Yep.
compare. We have the side by side here. I think you nailed it. I really think you nailed it there. Yeah, that turned out pretty good.
I love it.
So, in Roadhouse, uh, what better time of year to dress up like Dalton or Wade? I think Dalton agrees. So, yeah,
Dalton does agree.
yeah, I tried it once, but I didn't do as well as you did. So maybe next time.
Oh, man. And for swag, and most of you know, we love to give away free IL swag every Open Lab. If you want a chance to win, all you have to do is answer a question in the comments section along with the right hashtag, and you are on your way. So today we're having our Halloween episode. So we have a Halloween themed playlist on Spotify that you can link to. And
Yeah,
so
it's
we were
awesome.
wondering if uh we were wondering what your favorite Halloween theme song is. Just comment and include Halloween hashtag Halloween in the comment and you'll be entered for swag.
This is a pretty good list. Christina, one of the customer champions, put together. It's got some great songs on it.
Yep. I
Yeah.
suggested Man Eater by Nelly Furtado.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some good ones in here.
Devil Went Down to
Witchy Woman.
Georgia.
Yeah, Witchy Woman. Perfect.
Yep. Put
Hedwig's theme. Oh, Harry
Gotta be
Potter.
Harry Potter, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. I've watched a few of the movies, but couldn't tell you what do you call it, the house? Which house you're in? I don't know.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
I get that.
I'm more of a Lord of the Rings kind of guy.
Have you been
So
watching The Rings of Power?
no, not yet. I've got it
Okay.
saved, so I got to
It's
do it
supposed to be
when
good.
Franco isn't around, when I have nothing else to do because she's not big into that kind of stuff. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. So, but I'll get to it eventually. I have so
Yeah,
many things on a watch list. It's
it's
crazy.
supposed to be good.
All right, so let's go right into it. And now we are going into everybody's favorite. It's Kim's Corner, and yeah, that's kind of weird.
Oh,
No Kim.
no
Huh.
Kim. Where'd she go?
Oh well. Well, maybe next week. Yeah,
Maybe.
Kim's on vacation, so
Yep, Kim's on vacation.
hope you're having fun, Kim.
And it's her favorite holiday, so
Yeah, it
she
is.
must be torn.
Yeah, I'm guessing that her costume would have been great like yours.
Yeah, she would have had a great
Yeah.
costume.
So, all right. So, what do we have from the blog?
So we have from the IL blog today 4 ways to avoid Q4 burnout. And I wrote this blog post as a way to kind of be a roadmap for people to, um, kind of take things slowly. Don't freak out. It is Q4, but don't freak out. It's all right. There are some things you can do about it to not be overwhelmed. And the first thing I thought of was take things piece by piece.
Oh yeah.
So don't bite off more than you can chew, as they say. Um, Instead of worrying about the big picture and approaching everything everywhere all at once, just like the movie, you can make a much you can take a much slower
See
approach
what
to
you did
when
there.
managing certain aspects of your business. So instead of worrying about like all your reports, maybe you just want to worry about piece by piece by piece. set up an actual schedule of when you want to get these reports, when these reports are due by, and who is going to um, view them. So that's one thing. Self-care is key. And
Yeah.
now self-care is different than alone time, everyone. It's not just being alone. Self-care is when you actively engage in taking care of yourself. And that can be it's a time to make yourself the center of attention instead of trying to maybe hide and be alone. It can be doing a coloring book, collecting recipes you want to try, listening to music, grabbing coffee and reading a book in a cafe, or anything else that relaxes your mind and removes you from the stress of life. Now, we have some pretty good self care examples from our CCs. Let's see. Um, I liked Megs a lot. As a person with ADHD, my self care might sound a little strange. I'm not someone who can sit completely still and just relax. Instead, I like to do things that have my body focusing on something simple or repetitive, which allows my mind the space to slowly wind down. So she likes to color, is great for one of her go tos, and she also likes to trail skate for long distances or doing some kind of movement like yoga, stretching, strength training, or dancing. So I
Yeah,
thought that
she's
was
a
really
really good
interesting.
artist too.
She
So
is a really good artist.
yeah, she did the circle part of the logo, and then Angie did the rest of it with the decorations here. So thank you, Angie and Meg.
Yeah, it
Turned
looks
out awesome.
awesome. Looks super awesome. And also, ask for help when you can. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it, whether it be hiring someone for the holidays or reaching out to your e-commerce folks or your selling groups to ask if you run into a snag. Um, That's another thing that is helpful. If you do decide to have holiday help, you can now have unlimited employee accounts in Inventory Lab. So it used to be limited to two, but now you can have unlimited amount of employees in your account.
Yeah, that's
Let's
right.
see
That's a good
here.
point. Go up to settings, or actually my account, I guess. Oh, where is it?
No, it's
Nope.
under
Got its
employees
own.
now.
Yeah, it's got its own tab now. See,
Yep.
so go to employees. Yeah, you can add as many as you want.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Because I know we had some people who really wanted to add more than two
Yeah,
users, so
it's
super
been a
cool.
request for a while.
Hmm.
Pretty happy they got that out.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So thank you, dev team.
Yeah, thanks, dev team. And finally, the last thing you need to worry about to avoid burnout in Q4 is to reward yourself and your team. You deserve to treat yourself for all your hard work during Q4, so please remember to reward yourself. It's different from self care, and that rewards can be shared with your team or anyone else who has helped you along the way. And even setting smaller rewards for yourself as you work on Q4 goals is a great way to tackle the hardest time of year. Now, if you do have a team, offering a holiday bonus is the best way to boost their morale. However, buying your team a meal or giving them gift cards are some other awesome ways to reward them for their hard work.
Yeah, those are great ideas.
Yeah, so there's a few ideas and ways to cope with Q4 uh, while we're going through that. So, yeah, that was a nice blog post.
Yeah, nice job.
Thanks.
I have something for you.
Uh-oh, now I'm scared.
Hey, some applause.
Thanks.
Give you a laugh too. But I want to do that. All right. So we are at customer coaching. We've had this for a while. So, but if you haven't taken advantage of it, um, you can go to our help portal, support portal, and you can get there by clicking here and then go to Help Center, Webinar Customer Coaching Resources, and Customer Coaching. And you can sign up for one of the five we have here. We're working on getting some more available. So
Hmm.
back on that, we'll announce new ones, of course, every week, every Open Lab. Um, But currently, it's optimizing your seller central settings, some batch basics to complete a private FBA batch, level up your listing process, some advanced tips there, inventory management that Andrea usually does, and it's a really good class. Some best practices there for that, and then tips and troubleshooting the shipment process, which we'll talk about later, but that's being simplified,
And that's
uh,
Jeff's
unintended.
course. It's really
Yeah,
good.
thanks. So yeah, so that's going to be very simple in a couple weeks or so, but we'll talk about that later. But
hmm
yeah, so here we go. We're at Amazon News.
Amazon news. We got some news. So you guys remember when there was they decided to do a second Prime sale? Turns out it wasn't so prime after all. Um, it says that the 48-hour event, dubbed the Prime Early Access Sale, ran through Wednesday, and this was, I believe,
This was like a
was
week,
uh,
2 weeks ago,
two
something like
weeks,
that.
yeah, 2 weeks ago or so. Um, but they said that it was a bit lighter compared to Amazon Prime Day in July. And they estimate that Amazon brought in 5.7 billion in revenue from the early access sale that they just had versus the 7.5 billion in July. So we're off a couple billion there.
Oh,
Wasn't as big,
sad
right?
tears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super sad tears. The average spend per order on the Prime Early Access sale was 46.68, down from $60.29 on Prime Day. So,
Oh,
but I don't know. When I'm going through Prime Day stuff, I'm always like doing multiple orders. You know what I mean? So it can be like an order that's $12 and then I find something else for like
yeah.
20 and it's just like, "Oh, this is awesome." You know.
Yeah, I think the only thing I bought was some Anchor chargers, ANKER. They're the
Oh,
only
yeah.
chargers or cables that I've found that actually last.
Mhm.
I don't get any endorsement dollars for that. I just, you go through so many cables, or at least I do. And so I finally found that that company actually makes the best ones I've found and they last the longest. And their chargers are really good too, and they're compact. So
Yeah,
that's
they're
all I
really
bought.
good chargers. I love Anchor.
Yeah.
Best non-Apple
Yeah.
brand out there, I think, when it comes to Apple stuff.
We should see if they'll sponsor us.
Yeah, right. So they think the reason why Amazon did do a second Prime Day was to reduce the amount of products they have in their warehouses, which makes sense. We have had some users come out or open up tickets with us recently, actually saying that although they weren't over their storage limits, they weren't allowed to inbound certain items to fulfillment centers. Like they're no longer accepting certain things at fulfillment centers.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so I think that's a really good indicator of why this actually happened was to get rid of, you know, your stock that they have. So they
I'll add that. I'll add that to our Tales from Support section so we can show how you can
yeah,
set that up in your account.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But other than that, it's a discount events such as the Prime Early Access sale are a relatively low cost way to goose sales, is what they're saying. So the only cost is the discount, which is either coming from the sellers or brands. In terms of putting up the actual event, it's a cheap thing for them to do. They could do it every month if they really wanted to. So
Hmm.
that's thought that was an
Kind of it
interesting
kind of
article.
takes away the rush though of that. When they have just one Prime Day, it's like, oh, we got to get in there to get the deals.
Yep.
You have multiple, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Our next article is everything on Walmart ships from Walmart. So watch out, Amazon. Walmart is trying to break into the um, the same market, the same e-commerce market. We get people all the time asking when we're going to integrate with Walmart. We don't have plans for that in
Yeah.
our roadmap, but um, it is, you know, please send us our please send us feature suggestions and we can
Yeah.
actually always add that. Um, but 80 to 90% of search results on Walmart ship from its warehouses. Over the past few years, Walmart has pushed its third party sellers to offload fulfillment to Walmart. So instead of receiving it from the actual manufacturer, you're actually going to receive it from a Walmart warehouse or fulfillment center, just like Amazon has.
Hmm.
For example, a search for wireless headphones lists 50 results on the first page. More than half, 33 items, are sold by third party sellers, and Walmart sells the rest. However, 28 out of the 33 sellers use Walmart fulfillment services for its fulfillment, and that's called WFS. Doesn't sound as catchy as FBA, I feel
No, it
like.
doesn't.
WFS, FBA. I don't know. So actually, only 10% of the 50 search results were in sellers' warehouses. The other 90% are either sold by Walmart or sellers fulfilled by Walmart. So it
Okay.
sounds like their landscape is changing more to be like what Amazon has,
Yeah.
really. So that'll be really interesting to see.
And then we talked about it a few open labs ago about how they're relaxing their standards or
Mhm.
just making it easy for people to sign up. So
Mhm. Yeah. And that's where they always get a lot of their business from is from small sellers who start off, and that's where they get all their, the fees and everything like that. So instead of the bigger sellers.
yeah,
The percentage of search results fulfilled by sellers varies, but directionally it has been increasing across the catalog since Walmart launched WFS in 2020. Before WFS, individual sellers fulfilled most of Walmart's online assortment since over 90% of its selection comes from the marketplace. By the end of 2021, WFS was already fulfilling 25% of marketplace sales, and that number has increased significantly this year, especially since Walmart invited international sellers, mainly from China. So it looks like they're trying to build a Prime like membership flywheel called Walmart Plus. As sellers store more of their catalog in WFS, Walmart Plus becomes more valuable because it offers free shipping for those items, incentivizing more sellers to use WFS. So looks like they're just trying to do uh, the whole Amazon structure
yeah,
and copy that completely,
yeah.
almost.
I guess if they see it's working, they want to try it. But I know
Right.
that American Express, if you have an American Express card, they'll one of the benefits is that they'll pay for your Walmart Plus service for a year. They charge you, and then Amazon or American Express will credit back the membership fee. So they're trying to get the word out there by sponsoring those things too. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's free. So at least
Trying to
for a year
see
anyway.
how much it is for Walmart Plus. Let's see.
I want to say it's like 11 bucks a month or something, kind of comparable to Prime
Oh,
now.
yeah, 12.95 a month or
Okay.
155 a year.
Okay.
Oh, but if you purchase an annual membership, the cost is $98. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
So cheaper than Prime, but you don't get
and
the
it comes with a
video.
free 30-day membership. So, that's interesting.
Oh, well. Yeah, you can try it out.
Walmart Plus annual membership gift card has 3.5 stars out of 10 reviews right now on Google's. That's what it's saying. So,
10 reviews.
yeah.
That's got to be painful for him to see. Just
Yeah, that
10.
does. Yeah, that must be. But I thought this was super interesting just how I mean, they definitely have the resources.
Yeah.
Walmart is the Waltons, they're a multi-billion dollar family, so I mean, I think they'd be able to do it. If anyone could be a competitor to Walmart, it would have or could be a competitor to Amazon, it would be Walmart. That's what I would think. So,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 'cause especially when you can, because I've gotten some things through there and you can actually, the option to pick it up at the store or same day delivery, so
oh,
that works out
nice.
pretty well too. So,
Yeah.
and they don't
Yeah.
charge you for the delivery if you're on Walmart Plus, I believe. So kind of like Prime.
Oh,
Yeah, same
good.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a bad service really. But
No.
all right, well, thanks, Andrea.
Yeah, of course.
Now we're to product updates. So
Yay.
we did a webinar, oh, was it Friday night? I think. Yeah, it was last Friday night. And
Mhm.
we talked about the fact that Amazon's requiring, and here it is, requiring third-party tools to migrate to the selling partner API. And so what that does as an Inventory Lab subscriber, it changes a bit about your workflow that we mentioned earlier in the show. So live workflow is no longer going to be available. And then the add to existing shipments will no longer be available. And then the third thing that it changes is that each shipment can have no more than 200 unique MSKUs. You can have as many quantity of an MSKU as you want, but in the shipment, if there's more than 200 unique MSKUs, then the batch will be split into separate shipments, even if they're going to the same fulfillment center. Now, we used to take care of that using the old API by updating shipments in the background, so you never notice this. But now Amazon is not going to allow that to happen anymore, updating shipments, and so that's why Live is going away, as well as the add to existing shipment function, since you can't update shipments. So um, this is going away as of Monday, November 7th. So we'll be you'll be seeing reminders in the app. I don't know how many currently use the live workflow, but we'll try to tailor those just to the people that use live workflow. But if you're using private, you can continue in the same manner you've always done. Um,
Yep,
and if you
except
want to,
for adding to workbench shipment.
right, except for the adding to working shipments, you won't be able to do that any longer. Um, and also, when you are working on shipments, you can still use your box content and use the old workflow, but you want to make sure, let's see if it works. I think I may have already clicked on this one, but no. So when you go to, so what I did was I clicked on the shipment because I've already got my box contents all done. It's sent. I got the success message here saying that Amazon's accepted those. So I click on the shipment to work on it. And probably because see if it works on this one. It may not. It first takes you to the old workflow and then it'll take you to this page and you need to select return to old workflow. And the reason you want to do that is so that you can still update your box contents, make changes to quantities and those sorts of things with your box contents. If you go to send to Amazon, once you click there, you can't make any more changes through box contents and you won't be able to change anything in the shipment. So if you're used to the old workflow, you still can use it. We don't know when that's going to go away. They haven't said exactly, but we'll let everybody know once we know.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, big changes, but we're working with Amazon now to um, see about being able to use Send to Amazon and still update via box contents. So our developers are talking to their developers, and so hopefully we'll have some good news soon about that. But
Yeah. But right now, always select the old workflow if
yeah,
possible.
you always want to
Always select the old workflow.
select return to old workflow. That gives you options. The other way,
Gonna be some surprises if you take the
you
other way.
yeah. Um, and let's see if you need release notes to find out what we've released. Um, you can go to our support portal and scroll down the community, and then click right here, release notes, and then we update that. It's been a while, but we try to keep that updated. Um, and the other thing, the holiday returns update, they initially made a mistake um, on this, but now uh, customers who start their holiday shopping early, the Prime Early Access sale, will be able to return most products until January 31st. So keep that in mind when you're trying to reconcile your refunds and returns and disposals via the disposition management page. You may have to wait until February or sometimes March, depending on how long it takes them before they get those all processed, depending on when the return happens. So yeah, so that's all I have for that. And
Yay.
now, yeah, and now we have,
Special Halloween edition of Tales from Support. Ooh. So, again, we're going to drill this through your brains one more time. Which
yeah,
option to pick for shipments, old workflow or send to Amazon? You're going to want to pick the old workflow. And that's because returning to the old workflow will allow you to edit your quantities, do your box contents directly through um, Inventory Lab. You can still do your box contents if you do to send to Amazon. It's just um, a little more. How would you describe it, Jeff?
it's cumbersome, I
Yeah, it's
think.
cumbersome.
I did do a webinar on that. If you go to the webinars, the Send to Amazon webinar here,
It's a really good
that,
webinar.
oh, thanks. That will show you how to use the Send to Amazon using either their form that you upload or using their web form. So that's there as well in the support portal.
hmm But this should show up for every shipment. It shouldn't just show up for once you switch to the new work. Once you switch to the send to Amazon workflow, it should not stay at the send to Amazon workflow for all of your shipments. It should just be shipment by shipment.
Right.
So if you accidentally selected for one, it should not default that for your next shipment.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you have to do it for each one.
hmm I was confused a little bit at the beginning. I was like, wait, once you change it, you can't turn it,
Yeah.
you can't go back at all? No.
I thought the same thing because we weren't real clear on it either. We were finding this stuff out kind of on the fly.
Yep, yeah, we had to figure it out for ourselves as
Yeah.
always, as usual. So,
Yeah.
um, always pick stay with old workflow if you can. If you want to be adventurous, you can try the send to Amazon thing. We recommend looking at that webinar that Jeff was so gracious enough to provide us with. It was a really good webinar. So that takes care of that. And then let's go over how to set your storage
Oh, okay.
limits.
Yeah. Go to
So if you go
settings.
to your settings and then you go to list, the very bottom, there it is. So you can set your restock limits and your storage volume limits as well for standard and oversized. And we just added extra large as well, I believe.
Yeah, we did. Yep. You're right. That's
Yep,
new.
that's new. So if you go to Seller Central, you'll be able to see your, oh yeah, go to that test
Like I have to
account.
change it. Yeah. So if you're not sure where to find it, just click here on these links. I'll take you right there. Here we go.
There it is. Yeah. So now we have received some tickets this week about having enough storage available, but still getting that message where you cannot send it into the fulfillment center. For that, you will need to reach out to seller support. But I believe that error just means that they're not accepting any inventory for that certain fulfillment center. And it has nothing to do with your storage limits. You could have unlimited if you want, but some fulfillment centers um, are no longer accepting product. Now that's something you'll want to reach out to seller support about though, because they'll have more information about your specific account and everything and how that applies. So,
But yeah, it's pretty easy. You just fill in the amounts that you see here.
hmm
And then once you do, then it's on for your batch as you're adding items. And these limits count inbound, they count working shipments, and then they count the items in your batches, in your open batches. So once you turn that on, I don't think it works on batches that were, here we go. So then you'll see this.
there you
It
go. Yeah.
tells you exactly. And when you're getting close to the limit, you'll see some color changes to these. Um, but you can minimize it or expand it however you like.
Yeah. It's a pretty
But
nifty tool.
yeah, they did a good job with that.
hmm
So like if I'm going to send in, let's see, I'll select these and replenish. See how many I can.
Oh, that is some expensive coffee. Holy cow.
Yeah. And so this is what happens. You'll get this message: the batch you updated may have exceeded the storage limits for standard size. So you can edit the quantity, you can remove the items from the batch, or you continue. Because maybe you've got some stuff that you know is going to be selling and you want to still add it to the batch. You won't be able to create shipments now, keep in mind, until your storage limits go down. But if you want to gamble a little bit, you could still add those to the batch. And then what happens is you can see the red here.
Ooh, red's
So
never good.
yeah, and this one's partially, so you can see it's partially blue, but when it turns red, that's bad.
It's not good. So yeah, storage limits. Awesome. Now another a few tickets that we've had open this week. Question on what to do when your items show up as incomplete in Seller
Hmm.
Central. And the answer to that is you just have to resend your feeds for your box. You have to resend your feeds if your items show up as incomplete.
And usually it's by the batch. So if your batch is already closed, you'd want to go to close batches, and then you'd want to our slow test account. Then you'd want to find it, click on the batch name, and then restore it, and then just restore. And then once you've done that, it'll be selected for you, and you just process it like you normally do, except that here you want to make sure you uncheck this because you don't want to have shipments again. And then you just click sync and it'll resend those feeds.
Yep.
And if the batch is open, finish your box contents and that sort of thing. And then you can close this using the same menu there. But that should correct. I know Amazon, what do they tell them to relist everything manually or something like that, I think,
Yeah, they tell them to
which,
relist everything
yeah,
manually, which
it's
is not
crazy.
something you need to do with Inventory Lab, luckily. So, you got Inventory Lab on your side.
Yeah.
We'll take care of you. And then you can also resend your box contents using the refresh box option. Is that what the notes are referring? Yeah, that one.
Yeah. The refresh box here.
Yeah. And that takes place immediately, I'm pretty sure. Right away, the changes
Yeah.
will update immediately in Seller Central. So you don't have to wait for the green success box or anything like that. But um, yeah.
And if it still doesn't work, you can also try just opening box contents and then transmit updated, even if you haven't made any changes, and then get the success and then refresh and try that and see if that works.
Hmm.
And if that doesn't work, then you reach out to us.
Yep, and we
You
can
know,
see what's going on the back end. But usually, if you are missing information, if your if your listings are showing up funky, it's usually because you're missing some information like an expiration date or it could be any strange things like any weird thing like that. So
yeah.
that's usually when we suggest to resend your box contents.
One other trick that helps is when you have multiple shipments like this one, and you're going to send box contents, transmit the box contents from here and then send it and then do the next one and send it. And then you'll get back two different success boxes. If you do them all at the same time, if there's an error in one of the shipments, it'll affect the box contents feeds for all of the shipments you just sent. So they'll all be blocked and you have to resend all of them by going back to the menu. So this actually will save you time in the long run if you have any errors. So make sure you use that. So,
Yeah.
all right.
And don't forget for
So,
swag. Don't forget the
oh
swag.
yeah. Yeah,
Let
we
us know
got a
your
couple
favorite
of
Halloween. Yeah, Thriller by Michael
Thriller.
Jackson.
I think that's
Classic.
on the list, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it
I
is on our
think.
playlist.
Yeah. And then Andy Zoomer, Welcome
Welcome
to
to
the
the
Black
Black
Parade.
Parade. That's a good song. I never even thought of it as a Halloween song, but definitely. Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm not familiar, so
Oh,
sad to say.
you're not a
I'm a
pop punk kid. That's
I'm a
why it's all
I'm a
right.
geezer.
That's not true. You got your Call of Duty, you got your COD badge of
Yeah,
honor, okay?
yeah, Jeff the Geezer. So hit me up for a game. See me.
Yeah,
All
let
right,
us
thank
know
you.
your favorite Halloween songs. Let us
Yeah,
know.
for sure. And put hashtag Halloween to get some swag. So let's see. We can go to. I haven't done this in a while. We can go to quick tips. Um,
Yes.
so for quick tips, um, spooky, scary skeletons. Let's see. So we've had this one asked several times. Once you select your small parcel or less than truckload, you can't change it for the batch, but all that affects is how many boxes you can put through. Small parcel delivery is limited to 200, and then if you select LTL, that's 49.99. I think is the limit in Amazon. But all that does is prevent you from creating that many boxes in Inventory Lab. It has nothing to do with what you do in Seller Central. So if you hit the LTL by mistake, just when you get into Seller Central, um, let's see if I can get to one of those. See if it'll let me. May not let me. I'll try this one again.
Oh, you're in
Oh, that's
EMH
right.
trading, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, let me close that. Good catch. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to select old workflow. And then you just change it here. We'll send that it's LTL, but you can always change it back to small parcel delivery. So you just make the changes right there, and then you can carry on with it. So very simple. But if you do it the other way, you want an LTL shipment, more than 200 boxes, and you've selected small parcel delivery, you have to restart the batch. So
If
no
you're
way to do
providing your
that.
box content through Inventory
Right.
Lab at least,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're providing through us, if you're uploading the file, your closed batch file, then you could still do that. I think you can still, if you upload it now, I think it goes directly to send to Amazon.
Okay.
I don't know that you can upload a file here any longer. I think upload a shipping plan file. That's the old workflow. But yeah, they kick you back here, and I don't see how you can switch back. It used to have an option up here that allowed you to go back to the old workflow. They've taken that away. So you just have to upload here and do your LTL. The nice thing is on Send to Amazon is you can combine LTL shipments in here, but if you're doing small parcel delivery, you can't.
Yeah.
So
Wait, what is it? It says current. Do you see in the top right-hand corner current workflow STA? What
yeah,
happens when you click that edit button?
oh, you can just rename it.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, wow, you can't get back to the old workflow. Cool." No.
and then you can also switch by just clicking active workflow, and I think you just pick one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you ever need to delete, you just scroll to the bottom and delete the workflow. So
Yep. Just like
it's
deleting a
pretty
shipment.
streamlined, but it's just causing problems on our end with their
Mhm.
changes to the API. So let's see. Looking for another. Oh, here's another one. If you want to apply for the hazmat program, Amazon, um, Next Protocol had a pretty good article on how to do that. I'll put that link in the chat. Copy link.
So you actually have to apply for hazmat. You can't just is it like
Yeah,
a lengthy process?
I don't think so. Let's see if it says. I've never done it myself, but
Yeah.
okay, here we go. Well, it talks more about what part or what products are hazmat and how to tell and that kind of stuff, but
Okay.
doesn't really tell you how long this process takes. But anyway, that's oh, we got another vote for Thriller.
Another vote for Thriller. Yes. That video used to scare me as a child.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Scared me.
Let's see. I That's all I have for quick tips today.
Ooh,
So,
what about the prep center from Aura?
oh yeah, we can. Aura is one of our integration partners, and copy that link. Put that in here.
I thought this was pretty cool.
Yeah, you can find a prep center based on their information. I'll put that into the chat as well. So this is through Aura, like I said, our repricer integrated partner, and they created this. And so you can add yours, or you can
Oh, you can also
find
leave
one.
reviews, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like you can.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so these are not our reviews; these are just on the site. So take this information as you may, but yeah, and I'd also ask in the community forum about prep centers as well. But this looks like
Hmm.
a pretty good option if you're looking for one. They also have looks like maps,
Now
so
that's
that's kind of
cool.
cool. Yeah,
How many are in Milwaukee? Can you check?
let's see.
Curious.
Maps moving slow.
Oh, looks like there aren't any in
Got Flat
Milwaukee.
Rate in
In
Madison,
Madison.
one in Marathon.
Wow, that's way up there. That's way up
Yeah, you don't
north.
have any. You don't like
No.
Milwaukee.
Maybe I'm gonna have to start my own prep center.
So yeah, if you're interested in prep center in a no sales tax state, like was it New Hampshire? I think's one, and
Hmm.
I know Oregon is one. So there's three there. But yeah, it's kind of cool. The map's kind of wonky, but
It's a pretty cool
another
tool
option for
though.
you.
I like
Yeah, it is
that.
pretty cool. Yeah. Evelyn, make sure you put the hashtag Halloween. Make sure you get eligible for swag so you can comment again and do that. Yeah, so that's it for quick tips.
Very cool.
So what else you want to talk about? We're kind of early
I
after we
know. We
missed our
are
third
really
wheel,
early.
Kim, this
What are
week.
you up
So
to this weekend?
packing stuff
Yeah.
up, get stuff to storage, getting ready for the move to New York. See how that goes.
It's gonna be a
But
long move. I
yeah,
can't believe you're doing it though. That's crazy.
yeah. If you'd have told me a few years ago I'd be living in New York, I would have told you crazy. But we like the area. It's up Rochester, so we'll have four seasons again.
Yeah.
My wife's not happy about that, but our dog will be happy because he likes the snow. So
Aw.
yeah, yeah. There you go, Evelyn. Now you're in it for the swag.
Yep.
We're gonna get that tool ready too. What are you doing this weekend?
Um, I'm going to get my AirPods fixed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I went to a Halloween party last weekend, so I'm like, I think I'm pretty much done for Halloween parties. Maybe hand out some candy if I feel like it. I live in an apartment building, so maybe I'll just like throw candy out on the street and make them like
Oh, there you go.
pick it up, you know?
Yeah, make him chase after it.
Yeah, something like that.
You
So,
know, we used to go when we used to go Halloween or trick or treating. They just drop us off, and we just go house to house. And now I don't. I think parents go along with the kids, and
yep.
yeah, can't trust anybody. But back then, you'd think it would have been even worse, but
Yeah, no.
maybe
And you
not.
could stay out later than when the lights turned off, you
Yeah,
know?
yep. Halloween was the only night. Other nights had to be home by the time it was dark, but
Yep.
had to get
Yep.
that dinner. But yeah, let's see.
How many swag boxes should we hand out today?
Let's see how many people we have entered. Oh, we got 6.
Should we
I
just
think we,
do it?
yeah,
Should we just give everybody a swag box?
everybody gets a swag box.
Everybody gets a swag box. You get a swag box. Warner gets a
You,
swag box. Giovanni
yes.
gets a swag box. Lisa gets a swag box. Scott C gets a swag box. Congratulations, everyone.
Everybody has one.
Congratulations, everyone. Oh my goodness.
I could do the old, no, I can't do the April Fool's thing. I was going to play that, but yeah.
No,
All
it's
right. So what do they
Halloween.
do? What do they do when they need to get a
You,
swag box?
you need to reach out to us at support@inventorylab.com with a good mailing address, and we will get that swag box to you as soon as possible from one of our swagabonds.
Yeah, the swagabonds.
Yeah, one of our swagabonds will pack your swag box for you and ship it right off to you. There'll be directions for some of the things that you may not know what they are. So there's directions for everything if you need it. Um, and yeah,
So we have, yeah, everybody that entered. We had Giovanni, Evelyn,
yep,
Lisa, of
Lisa,
course, you
everybody who
won.
entered. Yep,
I know there's, probably have to look at the comments just to be sure. We have Warner, yeah, Giovanni, Lisa, Scott C, Andy Zoomer,
yep.
Evelyn. Yeah,
We got 6
email us.
winners today. Email
Yeah.
us. Yeah, shoot us an email.
And we changed up the swag. So this is going to be the fall and winter swag. And I do know there's a very nice scarf that's involved. It's really a heavy
Mhm.
duty winter scarf.
Yep.
So it's not always the same stuff. So we just got all that in. So get us your mailing address and we'll get that out as soon as we get it boxed up. But yeah, thanks for joining us today. I don't have anything else. So I guess we're going to be ending a little bit early. But
Yeah, no. It was a good show. I miss
yeah,
Kim. I miss Kim though.
yeah, yeah. All we had at Kim this week was
Yep.
her chair, empty chair spinning.
Empty chair. Wah, wah, wow. Giovanni, the email is support@inventorylab.com.
Yeah, it's scrolling right there on the screen.
Yep, yeah, support at
So,
inventorylab.com.
so yeah, we'll get you on the list, and then as soon as everything's ready, we may be waiting for a couple more items, but I think it's just about here. So
Mm-hmm.
probably within the next week or two,
Yeah.
when we're done.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for showing up and giving us your support, everyone.
yeah, appreciate it. You guys showing up. Every open lab, it means a lot to us, and
Mm-hmm.
we thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Happy
So
Halloween, everyone.
yeah, happy Halloween. We'll see you at the next one.
Yep. See ya.